Assalamu alaikum formally. What is the object today? Today's work is revision. In revision, I will show the syllabus again, and then we'll continue the topic contributions of Muslim scientists. All right. So, what the physics is? We have seen in the first chapter, in the first class, that physics means study of natural processes. A number of natural processes are going on all around us, right? As I told you that why the sky is blue, why the static electricity is there, why magnets attract or repel each other, why the things fall, why snow melt, ice melt when you leave it in an open room. These are the natural questions. All of these questions can be studied under the heading of physics. Secondly, there are only two things in the whole universe: matter and energy. Okay? I am matter, this is matter, everything is matter all around me. And energy, light. Light, sunlight, like this light, microwaves, infrared, all of these are X-rays, all of these are energies. So either you can find matter or energy. The interconversion, the study of matter and energy is simply called physics. Okay? Then we have gone through its branches: mechanics, study of motion; electricity, study of charges; electromagnetism. Atomic physics means study of properties, characteristic of atoms; nuclear physics, study of the various changes occurring in the nuclei of an atom; plasma physics, I told you what do you mean by the plasma. This plasma is different from blood plasma. When you heat a solid, it will convert into liquid. If you heat a liquid, it will convert into gas. And if you heat a gas to 1000 degrees Celsius, what happens? Atoms lose their electrons, and there would be a mixture of roaming electrons and the nuclear. This mixture is called plasma. Stars like sun, etc., they all are made up of plasma, hydrogen plasma. Then biophysics, relation between physics and living organisms. And then astrophysics. What do you mean by astrophysics? The study of all the heavenly bodies. And those of you who couldn't join class yesterday, this is your physics book, 2 editions, total 10 chapters which are included in our syllabus. Chapter number 1 to 11, except chapter number 9. Chapter number 1 we have started introduction, then chapter number 3 we'll do kinematics, number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th will be done in grade 10, then chapter number 10 and chapter number 11. I repeat, chapter number 1 to 11, except chapter number 9, we'll do in grade 9. This is the first page of the of your book. You have seen it, what the physics is, and then the branches. And we have done all of these. Importance of physics we have seen. And what else? Scientific method. This is the same topic that you have done in the other subject, chemistry or in bio. So do the same definitions over here, the same method. And then teaching, this topic you will have to do by yourself. Teaching of science. And what is the topic that is going on? Contributions of Muslim scientists. So we have started with this topic, and we have done 2 physicists. If you Google, then you can find number of scientists, number of physicists of golden era of Muslim, like this you can see on the screen. It's from Wikipedia. Out of these, only you have to study these 5. So we have done Ibn al-Haytham and Yaqub al-Kindi in the previous class. Today, what will we do? We will C. Al-Biruni and Dr. Abdul Salam, and the last one is Dr. Abdul Qadir. So let's revise what have we done. Ibn al-Haytham, people, the West call him as Al-Hazin. He was one of the most prominent physicists, and he was born in Basra. He was the scholar of prominent science subjects like physics, mathematics, engineering, astrology, medicine, etc. Okay, and he wrote many books. The most important book that he wrote is Kitab al-Manazir, in which he discussed the properties of light, like light always travel in a straight line, like light is a form of energy, like reflection. Okay, it means he discussed nature of light, and he was the first one who told that light is a form of energy. And he also disproved the concept of vision, old concept of vision, Greek concept of vision. What was the concept of Greek concept of vision? That according to Greek concept, light first enter into my eyes or in someone's eyes, and then it will go, it will fall on the object. For example, light from the tube, from the bulb is reaching to my eyes and then going to different objects. This is wrong. This is a wrong concept. The correct concept is, which is given by Abdul Haytham, that light first strikes the object, then reaches to your eyes. All right, like this. And this is so he corrected many theories at that time. And he also defined that light is a form of energy, and light travels in a straight line. And what do you mean by a ray of light, etc. What else? He invented the first ever camera, pinhole camera. You can watch videos as I've shown on in the class on Friday. Then how can you make pinhole camera? Very simple. Just take a box, make a pin hole on one side, and just put the camera in front of candle. You will be able to see its image on the other side. Summarizing it very, very briefly. Okay. And with the help of that camera, he was able to see the images of sun eclipse. It was a great achievement at that time. Then laws of reflection. What do you mean by laws of reflection? This you will study in chapter number 13. In simple words, you can say, when a ray of light is striking at some surface, then the coming angle and the going angle would be same. The incident angle, suppose light is coming and striking at 30-degree angle, then it will leave this surface at 30-degree angle. If it is coming at 60-degree angle, it will go in 60-degree angle. Just giving you a brief idea that what do you mean by the laws of reflection. It's so easy, might be you have done in grade 8. Okay, he also studied formation of images by a spherical mirror. A spherical mirror, you have seen that somewhere in the supermarket and malls or etc., or in sharp bent roads, etc. Then the next one, this revision. Remember, it's revision. Yaqub al-Kindi. Yaqub al-Kindi, also born in Basra, and he was the member of House of Wisdom. Just recall your history book, House of Wisdom, Abbasid Caliph, right? And he is called the father of Arab philosophy. He researched on meteorology. What is meteorology? Meteorology is a branch of science which includes atmospheric changes. Means whatever going on all around in the upper atmosphere, this is called meteorology. So he was very good in meteorology. Specific gravity. Specific gravity means density. Density means having high, thicker, you can say. For example, Iron is more dense, iron is denser than cotton, because iron sinks in water, whereas cotton float on water. So he found specific gravity. He was very good observer and did research on tides, sound and optics, etc. And he was he linked music with science. He proved uh, that each kind of music depends on a term, we call it frequency. Frequency means number of actions per second, roughly speaking. For example, if a child is opening and closing the door 100 times in a minute, then its frequency is 100. Okay? So he related music and physics, and means energy. So he explained musical note on the scientific ground in terms of frequency. He worked in geometrical optics. Optics means light. Now, today's first topic, Al-Biruni. His full name is Abu Rehan Al-Biruni. He was born in Beirut. He was one of the most famous, prominent scholar of his time. He was mastered in almost all the science subjects like physics, chemistry, biology, geology, this and that. Wrote so many books, right? Like as you can see on the screen, that he wrote around about 150 books on different subjects. Not only on physics, but also on mathematics, cosmology, geography, history, Indology. Indology means, actually, he was with Mahmud Ghaznavi, the ruler, and he visited India so many times. So all his, whatever he observed, he wrote in his book Kitab al-Hind, as you can see on the screen. So he was expert on Hind. Hind means the subcontinent, Hindustan. And what he did, he disproved the concept of earth being flat. Before him, what was the concept? That earth is like this, flat. But he proved mathematically and practically also that earth is not flat, but earth is spherical. And it is floating in space like grapes float in water. So it was very good, high achievement of him. So he disproved the concept, what's written there? He disproved the concept of earth being flat practically, and told that earth is floating in the space like grapes in water. So thus rejects earth is stationary, floating. Before him, what was the concept? The earth is stationary. Stationary means not moving. But he, for the first time, gave the concept that earth is in motion. What else he did? He found the circumference of the earth mathematically. Where? He came to a village in Pakistan called Pind Dad Khan. Pind Dad Khan is a village in Pakistan where he came and found out at that point there the circumference. What do you mean by the circumference? The length of the boundary of a circle. The earth is round. The earth is round. And recall your grade 8 and 7 maths. Circumference means the whole length of the circle. If this is circle, then this length is called circumference. And how did you find it? How can you find it? You have a formula: C is equal to circumference is equal to 2 pi r. R is the radius. In short way, he found out the circumference of the earth. Length, earth is a sphere, the length from one side to the other side. I hope that you have a previous knowledge of math. You know what is the definition of circumference. As you can see on the screen, that he found circumference of earth mathematically. Then He discussed the movement of sun, moon, planets. Before him, what I just told you, that what was the concept? Earth is stationary, and rest of the things are in motion, like moon and like sun. But he discussed that uh, Earth is in motion. Earth is not stationary, right? So he discussed the motion of heavenly bodies like sun, like moon, like planets. He gave the method of determining the longitude and latitude. You have studied geography. You have studied geography in your previous class. In geography, what you have done, longitude and latitude are the lines, vertical and horizontal lines, and with the help of these two lines, you can tell the position of an object. Okay, so the position of an object was first introduced by Mr. Al-Biruni. So he gave the concept of longitude and latitude of a place, as you can see over here in the screen. He found densities of different metals and etc. So in the diagram, you can see that it was the diagram which was drawn by Mr. Al-Biruni. That he discussed the movement of moon around the sun, around the earth also. He drew such diagrams. And what else he did? He also first time discovered that Indus Valley, once the part of an ocean, once the basin of ocean, the Pacific Ocean, Arabic, okay? The Indus Valley once the part of once the basin of an ocean. All right, so these were his some contribution. He did many other things. You can find it, if you Google it, you can find it. And to honor him, a crater on the surface of the moon is named after him. Right? And what else? Iran donated this to the Hall of Fame. The statue of Al-Biruni in United Nations, Vienna, a part of Persian scholar. This was donated by Iran. All right. So Al-Biruni, let's revise them quickly. He was born in Al-Biruni. He was a prominent scholar of his time, master in all the science subjects, and disproved the concept that the Earth is flat, but Earth is spherical in round. He found out the circumference of the Earth. He came to Pind Dat Khan in Pakistan and found out the circumference there mathematically. And he was the first one who gave the concept of longitude and latitude. And all right. Now the next one. Next one is Dr. Abdul Salam. He was born in 1996 and passed away in 1996, means in the previous century, in the 20th century. He was born in Jung. He was an Ahmadian Pakistani theoretical physicist. Right? Ahmadi means non-Muslim. That we call Qadiani, right? He was awarded a scholarship for higher studies in UK. He awarded Nobel Prize in 1979 for his work on grand unification theory. He was a theoretical physicist, as you have just heard, and he was given Nobel Prize on GUT. GUT stands for Grand Unification Theory. What is this? This is a theory in physics. In physics, they said that there are only 4 big forces in the whole universe. There are 4 types of forces in the whole big universe. And all these 4 forces can interchange from one form to another. And what are those 4 forces? The gravitational forces, the gravitational force, the electrical force, the magnetic force, and in the nucleus of an atom, some forces are there. These are the 4 forces in the whole universe. Right? And what is the concept? That all of these 4 forces can be transformed from one to another. This is called grand unification theory. Okay, so Mr. Abdul Salam, he worked on this concept and got the Nobel Prize. He was very intelligent. He established an international center for theoretical physics in Italy. Here is the, this one is the center, and still the people are going there for study. So there is nothing so much related with Dr. Abdul Salam in our book. First thing, he was born in Jhang, theoretical physicist, and he got a scholarship for higher studies in UK. Nobel Prize in 1979 for his work in physics. What was the topic? Grand unification theory. And he established a center in Italy for theoretical physics. Okay? Then the last one is Dr. Abdul Qadir Khan. He was born in 1936 and is still alive and lives in Islamabad. And luckily, I met him in 1993. He lives just opposite to Faisal Masjid in E Block. So we went there and meet him with my, okay. So he was born in Bhopal, India. He migrated from there and is a Pakistani physicist. He is called the father of Pakistani atomic bomb. Yes, you know that Pakistan is one of the nuclear power countries who has atomic bomb, right? Beside 5 big countries, India is the 6th one and 7th one is Pakistan, who is called the nuclear country. And Mr. Abdul Qadir worked a lot along with his team for this achievement. So what he did his master's in metallurgy from Holland. Metallurgy means on metals. What else? He received his PhD degree from Belgium. And he worked as an expert as Urenco. This is a research lab in Holland. There he worked on enrichment of uranium. Uranium is an element which is used in making, used to make atomic bombs. Then from there he came to Pakistan, met Mr. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, the Prime Minister of that time, and offered him that he could make atomic bomb, he could make Pakistan a nuclear state. And Mr. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, the Prime Minister, gave him the way, go ahead. And then he worked there and prepared with his team the nuclear bomb, the atomic bomb. And then in 1998, Pakistan became the nuclear state officially. So that is why he contributed a lot in making Pakistan as the 7th nuclear state. And where these scientists have tested on 28 May 1998, Chaghi, Balochistan. Okay? So to honor him, the former research lab now called as Dr. A.Q. Khan Research Lab, Kahota. Kahota is a very, very strange place. Like might be you have heard Area 51 in America. What's going on in Area 51 in America? It's a confusion, mystery. Same is for Kahota. What is there inside the Kahota? What type of research is going on? Scientific research. So Kahota is there. He still lives in Islamabad. So this is all about, according to our book, Dr. Abdul Qadir Khan. We should be thankful to him because he gave He made us what? He and his team made us what? The nuclear state. Homework, get ready for quiz activity from chapter number 1. I told yesterday in the group. Next, what will we do? Exercise chapter number 1 we will see tomorrow, and we summarize chapter number 1. If you have any question regarding whatever you have heard, you can ask in the group. I will repeat in the group tomorrow. It's a theoretical chapter, right? Physics will start full-fledged from chapter number 3. Thank you so much. Take care. Allah Hafiz.